Hello everyone, this is Adamu, and I want to wish Nigeria and Nigerians happy independence. Yesterday, October 1st, and I want to use this opportunity to say something about the affairs of our country, Nigeria. I hear a lot about what people think it's the problem and solutions. The most common I hear or I see were that our problems we need strong leadership and followership. We are not meant to be together. We need to separate. British colonial days made us into this mess, got us into this mess, and a lot of comments like this. And anytime I hear something like those, I get a little bit it get a little bit personal to me, because that is not our problem. Hold on, Adam. Am I saying that bad leadership and the millions of other things is not our problem? No, that's not what I mean. But the solution is not, the bad leadership is not the root of the problem. Something caused the bad leadership. And I think that's what I don't hear a lot or see a lot from Nigerians. It's not, the bad leadership is as a result of something caused it. The problems we have in Nigeria are caused by something. And if you look at the history of nations, how nations developed and what they did and what they did not, you will see that the number one thing responsible is how you structure your government, how you structure your governance. If you structure your governance in such a way that you will give more room for people to steal, people will. If you give more room for the system to generally be inefficient, the system will be inefficient. And etc. And you get the example. So I think the problem is mostly structural. The way we organize our democracy is what is inherently wrong. And I always tell people, especially Nigerians, who actually look up to the United States. People actually, have this tremendous respect for the United States, for what the United States has achieved for itself. But what most people, especially I think, I don't know, me included, Nigerians, we Nigerians, it's how the US get to where they are now. How do they structure their governance that gets them here? If we really envy them, if we really want to be like them, then how did they do it? That's what we should be looking into. Not we need this person, we need that, we need to do that. Those could also be the problem. But I tell you, those problems are affecting us in much smaller quantities, in much smaller percentages than the actual structure of governance. So that is the message, and there's a whole lot about what we need to change what we need to change in our constitution to actually get to that. So I'm not going to get into that, but that's one thing I want to raise. That our problem is not, the first problem is not bad leadership. It's the structure that brought that kind of leadership. It's not the corruption, but the system that supports the corruption. Why wouldn't a system support stealing when you concentrate power to one person? Everything, most power, you concentrate power and give it to one person who control millions of people and their money. Why wouldn't that support stealing? It will. And that's the kind of system we have in Nigeria. The federal system, the federal level, the state level have enormous powers that should have been given to the grassroots, because the grassroots are the people. Give the powers to the people to decide their fate, not the reverse. That's one thing that is hurting me when I hear that from Nigeria. We have this mentality of having someone to come and correct our problems. We look out to the government to come and correct our problems. No, you are the one that should be given that power to correct your own problems, not someone else. And I don't blame us Nigerians for thinking like that, because right from the beginning, that's what it is. There's always these people at the top who will solve our problems. So we grew up in a culture, in a system like that. So we think like that. But living here in the United States, as well as seeing that the problems are not getting any better in Nigeria, kind of make me to come into that conscientious state. So, in summary is, we need to structure our governance to give more power to the grassroots governance, to the most grassroots governance than anything else. Until we do that, we're going to see much impact than we are seeing now. And these leaders, some of them are really trying. You cannot. It's just not logical to just dismiss everyone who are our leaders now. Not all of them are bad. So if not all of them are bad, then so what's wrong? Why is the ordinary Nigerian not seeing anything? So that gets you actually to think something else, which I think it has to do with the way we organize our governance. And right now in Nigeria, we have concentrated powers to the federal government and a lot to the state compared to what the local government and the wards have. And when you do that, things will be ineffective. And the real concept is this. The responsibility of shaping your destiny is in your hands. So it should be given to you, not someone else that is far away. Yeah, thank you for listening to my rant. And I'm just trying to raise, to say this. I feel better now that I actually say it. So let's start thinking structurally instead of anything else. Thank you.